What's up, guys? It is day number 17. 21 days of Black Ops going on. We're entering the final stretch, and today is Thanksgiving. So, happy Thanksgiving. I hope you guys are all enjoying your turkeys and your mashed taters and cranberry sauce and all that stuff. Watching some football. The Pats are playing. Pats are playing the Lions. So hopefully, Pats are going to win. This is a little M14 gameplay, which I have fallen in love with after this little session I had when I finally got this gameplay. But the thing that's going to really bug me about this video is I was watching it back in theater mode, and theater mode has a knack for, it makes it look like you were shooting behind the person when you get the kill. Like, I mean, obviously you get the kill because the guy dies and you get the points and everything. But it's incredibly noticeable when you're sniping or when you're using these single shot rifles like the FAL or the M14, or even with pistols sometimes. Like any of the semi-auto guns really seem to show up in theater mode as a problem. But it's not really that big of a deal. It's not like I'm faking these videos or anything. So this is on Villa, and we're playing Demolition. And the thing I sort of like about Villa when we're playing Demolition is that where the A-bomb is located. And because in Domination, you don't even use that. That whole courtyard is just a path down this to get to like B-dom and stuff like that. So it's kind of nice to be able to spend some time up on that balcony defending A and taking advantage of those paths as the enemy approaches. And the general strategy I have, and we weren't running any strategy, but after watching this video and playing this game and stuff like that, I sort of realized that letting them blow up B first is probably the best strategy. So if you're planting the bomb, you probably want to plant A first, because when A is the only bomb site left, it creates this funnel effect where people can really only come from a couple different ways, and it depends on where they spawn, whether or not they're willing to run all the way through the house. But for the most part, it's going to put them out sort of near B dom, and then out by like B and C dom, so that house out there, and they won't be all the way out in the field, but it'll almost make them have to come through the courtyard. And if you're up on the top of that balcony overlooking the courtyard, it becomes a real easy place to sort of take over the map and assert some control into the situation. You see, and then this is the other advantage. You see that spawn? I got killed 15 feet away from where I respawned, and I respawned before the guy had even been taken care of. So he could have, like, in a different situation, he could have very well have either killed me or been overwhelmed by 2 or 3 more people spawning next to me. So, and for all I know, that those guys that killed him had just spawned. So that's that, and that's my thought. I'm trying to get Tactical Mask Pro, so you're gonna see me throwing a lot of stuns. Right, I've got all my Nova Gas kills, and now I'm working on flashbangs, and I'm saving concussion grenades for the end because they throw a lot faster. So the flashbangs are kind of tough because the throw animation is so long. You kind of either need to know where somebody is and then throw it down a hallway and then raid the hallway, or you need to do sort of what I do here and know somebody's coming, take the time to lob it, wait for it to hit, and then take the shot, which has gotten me killed more times than I've probably, gotten kills from it, which is frustrating. But I've heard Tactical Mask Pro is pretty powerful. You don't get affected by any tactical grenades, and anyone that you flash or stun shows up as a constant red dot on the radar. So that really helps. Like, how many times have you thrown a stun and barely nicked somebody because they were just barely in the blast radius of it, and so you run out and the stun is already worn off and they kill you. That kind of thing can be avoided easily enough just by having Tactical Mask Pro, which has only taken me, I think I'm level 30 in this match, so it's only taken me level 30, or 30 levels of working on it to get about halfway there. It's a tedious task, and I don't look forward to hitting that prestige button in 20 levels, which is going to come way too fast because, well, the first 8 levels that I have to go through that are left to prestige until I become level 38 are going to take forever, because that's when I unlock the AK-47, which is at the moment my favorite gun in the game. Through my first prestige, I fell in love with the AK the most, and I really can't wait to get it back. But alas, we must wait for that which we want the most. So I don't know what you guys want to talk about. This 21 Days of Black Ops thing is almost over. It's been real interesting. Watch this right here. Actually, I'm really proud of this shot. I caught a glimpse of the sniper, and I aimed down sights, pop up, cap 3 shots, get him, get my napalm strike. But it's kind of been interesting because there's been a lot to talk about this entire time, but at the same time, we haven't been able to plan out our commentaries and plan out our topics and really get to the core of what we want to talk about as much as we normally do. Like normally we would sort of compile over a few days, compile a list of things that we wanted to talk about, and then we would get it all out in 1 or 2 commentaries and have it done, and then that commentary would play for a few days, and it would be able to sink in for a lot of people, including us. But man, putting out a video a day, it's a lot of work, and I know a lot of other people do it, like big guys, but until I get, until I'm a big YouTube commentator, I'm gonna ride the excuse that they, they get money, they get added perks, and some of them don't even have, other obligations. It's just their duty. But I'm not bitching. I'm having a good time. I'm really getting to know Black Ops. I'm waiting for the patch, the next patch to come out. I actually heard today that they were talking about snipers again, which I think everyone sort of knew was coming, that they were going to have to reevaluate the situation with snipers. And what I'm really interested to see is what they end up doing, because they've been nerfed all to hell. And I've said it before that, like, I'm not a sniper and I'm certainly not a quickscoper, but just based off my experience in the gun game, I sort of feel like the snipers are just gimped beyond reason, and that there's got to be a balance between, being able to get your scope up and on target quickly, but not being able to quickscope. As you see there, I get my shit destroyed by an RC car that came out of nowhere. And I know what I just said sounds silly, is, no quickscoping, but you should be able to scope up quick. I've played yesterday for probably like an hour and a half using the L96 sniper rifle, and I had like mixed success with it. I've always played like really conservative. I would post up in a spot and basically camp snipe, and it worked pretty well. I got a few hit markers, but then at the same time, I got a lot of like easy one-shot kills. But those all came from being scoped in and stuff like that. So I know they're talking. I mean, what are their options at this point? They can take away, they could add sleight of hand back to the snipers, which would be fine. That would be totally fine if they had sleight of hand pro, because then it would scope up and it would all happen just a little bit faster. But you'd still have the randomized scope in, and then you'd still have the randomized, where the shot would actually go for that first second or something like that after you're scoped up, which is a little bit easier to deal with. And then the other thing they could do is eliminate either one of those other options. So either the randomized scope in, and then you just need to, you have a certain amount of time you have to wait before you pull the trigger, or getting rid of the randomized scope in itself. So where the center of your screen was when you scope in, that's going to be exactly where you're looking, but you still have that randomized timer that you have to let a second go by before like your shot's going to be accurate. That way you can track your target, you can aim down your sight, track your target, and then pull the trigger when you know the time is right. Any one of those things I think would be a good idea. But this commentary's wrapping up. I'm really tired. It's 1:30 in the morning. I have to be at work at 7 tomorrow, so I got to get up at like 6. And we're about to win this game, so we planted A first, took B second, and then just held it down for as long as we needed to. Give the M14 another try. I hope you guys are having a good Thanksgiving. Everyone's got the day off. Get some tryptophan in your system and pass it on the couch, watching Pats walk all over the Lions. Give me a thumbs up for turkey and the turkey meat sweats and the tryptophan and mashed potatoes and all that stuff. Have a good night, guys. Peace.